Chase here, and thanks for watching. If you watched my previous video, I talked about kicking the cat, how life, our experience of life, is determined on our perspective and our attitude, and that if we want to change our experience of life, we have to change our perspective and attitude. Now, how do we do that? Well, as I said before, human beings we're very habitual. We get in the habit of reacting, responding in specific ways to different stimuli, whether it's somebody cutting us off, a flat tire like I had yesterday, just different things that happen in our lives. Unfortunately for me, my life experiences Murphy's Law to an exponential degree. But I try to maintain that positive perspective and attitude. Now, there is something called toxic positivity. How it's defined in the context of what I read it, I don't know. But I've defined it for myself as just being overly positive and not assuming responsibility for my part in overcoming the problems in my life. Just believing that somehow they're just going to disappear. That's not going to happen. There are some instances where you can wait things out and something will happen to solve that problem. Maybe not solve it, but resolve it. But as far as how do we change our perspective, how do we change our attitude? Well, a lot of times, because of being habitual beings and being reactive beings and responsive beings, it's very difficult. So we have to begin initially by doing it consciously. That'll be a test. So, I'm down at the river, down here in the Qual. That's Tahlequah, Oklahoma, for those of you that aren't familiar with it. I'm a water baby, and I'm fixing to get in the water, cool off, relax a little bit. But I wanted to do this video real quick and give you an idea of what I'm talking about. And usually whenever I try to explain this, I use the idea of a player piano. Now, if you don't know what a player piano is, it's a piano that has a spool of paper that you put inside of it, and as that spool of paper rolls, it'll play a specific song. Not much different than your musical boxes, to where it has the different prongs that come up and hit the different notes, if you would, as it's turning. Player piano will play that same song over and over every time you put a coin in or hit play, and as long as it's installed correctly. Now, a lot of times what we do as human beings, from my own experience, what I do is, what I used to do is I would get paid and I would say, look, I got $40 left over after paying bills and having enough to run the rest of the week on. I can go to the casino. I'd go to the casino before paying my bills, spend that extra $20, $40, and then spend my bill money and the money that I had planned on using throughout the week. I'd walk out of there with zero money. Yes, it's true. I know I'm not alone. Many people do it. How do you change that behavior? Well, the behavior begins by that initial thought. Now, there's only two things that we can control. I'm reiterating this from my last video. We can only have control over what we do and what we say. Now, everything that we do and everything that we say begins with a thought. Now, until we carry that thought out with an action or articulation, it's still just that, a thought. And if we want to change our behaviors and our words and our perspective and attitude, we have to arrest those thoughts before they become words or actions. And, well, how do we do that? Okay, well, first we have to see how they came about. With me, it was the $20 extra after paying bills, and then going and playing it before the bills. Now, that thought in my head of extra money, going to the casino, spending all my money, walking out with zero money, that began with the thought of, I have an extra $20 or $40. And then it would play out to the end to where I walked out of the casino with no money. Well, it became like that reel on the player piano that I took off and put up on the wall. And every payday, with that initial thought of I have extra $20 or $40, I would take that reel off and put it in my mind with that initial thought and follow it through till I left the casino with no money. What we have to do is arrest that thought. We already know where that thought's going to go, okay? We know that if I think I have extra money, I'm going to go to the casino, walk out with no money. So once I have that thought of an extra $20, I have to say no. I have to do laundry. I have to do dishes. I have to pay my bills first. We have to change behaviors of that pattern that's on that reel from that thought of I have extra $20. Once you do that, you change the line of behavior, the line of thought. And then after a while, since you're not using that reel, it will begin to disappear and a new behavior is put up there. Whenever you think, okay, today's payday, boom, a new thought comes, pay my bills, go get groceries, do laundry, whatever it is that we have to do. You have to change that whole line of thinking. You have to eliminate that thought of I have an extra $20. You have to change the sequence of those thoughts and do what you're supposed to do. And in so doing, your behavior, your actions will change your perspective and your attitude. Instead of walking out of the casino 3-4 hours later with zero money, bills not paid, you have your bills paid, your laundry's done, you have groceries in the shelves. Now, if you have $20, $40, still forget that thought. You already know that whatever money you have, you're going to spend. Change your thought. Change your behavior. Change your words. Change your perspective and your attitude. And your experience of life changes. It's very difficult. It's not easy. Nothing in life worth having or doing does come easy, for the most part. If we won't go there, but it's going to take some effort on your part. It took a lot of effort on my part. It still takes a lot of effort on my part. I'm still dealing with some things in my life that need attention. I'm nobody. I'm just like everybody else out there. I have debt. I have necessities that I need to take care of. I've let people down. I've upset people. I've come into people's lives and made them happy, or brought them happiness, showed them how to be happy, because happiness is a choice. Now that's something that I'll cover later, happiness being a choice. But if you can change, consciously change your thought patterns, then you can change your behaviors and your words. You change your experience, your attitude and your perspective, or your perspective and attitude. Like I said before, those two go together. One affects the other, depending on which one you choose to follow first. Just consciously think about the things that you do that you no longer want to do. Find out what that initial thought is. And then whenever you find yourself thinking that initial thought, arrest it. I don't mean get handcuffs, put it on, throw in a jail cell. I mean arrest it by stop it. Say, wait a minute, I know where this thought's going. That's not where I want to go. And then change your thought patterns. And you can change your behaviors. You can change your life. I'm going to go get in the water. Hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully kicking the cat helped you. I don't know what I'm going to title this one. Maybe player piano. I don't know. But continue to watch. I'm going to continue to making these videos. And if you've noticed in the hashtags, I put Life Sucks. Life Sucks is a book that I'm writing. And it's not a defeatist attitude or perspective. It's an idea that life does suck. And it's a series of 5 exercises that I utilize in dealing with the fact that life sucks. The book is not written yet. I am currently writing it. Hopefully, well, I'm not going to put a date on it, but the book is Life Sucks. I'll let you know whenever it's finished. I'm excited about it. Excuse me. But anyway, I'm going to go jump in the river, arrest those thoughts, change your perspective, change your behavior, change your life. I'll talk to you guys later.